Hello, friends. Welcome to today's discussion. So, we are going to discuss about ChatGPT today. I'm also going to show you basically how to use ChatGPT. So, you know that recently OpenAI has launched this chatbot called ChatGPT, and ever since this ChatGPT has been launched, there is a lot of discussion about it. Basically in the among the data scientists and anyone who want to search about any question on internet, they have to actually currently go through Google. And what happens is that when you type any question on Google, it will not give you the exact answer which you are looking for, especially if the question is little complex one, especially from the data science domain. If you have question about the syntax and everything, you will have to scan through lot of articles and figure out what is the correct answer by yourself. So the Google doesn't provide you exact answer. It is the person who is searching for the answer has to apply little brain and lot of searching, and he should have basic understanding. Then only he will be able to understand what Google is showing. Now, let me actually go to ChatGPT and show how to use it. Okay, so to go to ChatGPT, you have to first search ChatGPT in Google, and then you will see this link here, and you have to open ChatGPT, open AI. Then once you open this URL, then you will land up on this page, and here you can clearly see that it says try ChatGPT. So if you click on this, you will open the ChatGPT page. So this is the actual page. Since it is already logged in, that's why you are able to see the actual interface where it is showing some example capabilities and limitations. And since the chat gpt was actually trained on the data, only till 2021, so you'll see this limitation that all the information which is available on chat gpt might be little old. Okay, and they also show you what is the correct version you are running, so it is March 14 version. Now if you have not logged in, you won't be able to use chat gpt. So what you have to do is that you have to register yourself on chat gpt. So if I just try to log out, then you will see the option of basically log in and try to create an account, so register yourself. So you'll see this page. So if you are not logged in, so you'll see this page which says that login or sign up. So if you go to sign up, you'll have to give your email id and you'll have to create an account through Google. You can directly log in through Google also or Microsoft, or else you can create an account. So I have created an account. So I'll just go to my account and then log in for you. Okay, so once you log into this page, then it will land you on the home page. And once you are there on the home page, you can do all the searching whatever you want. So let's wait for you to open the logged in page, and then you okay, it is saying that you need to verify. Okay, I don't want to do that, so we'll go to this one since this is already logged in. So we'll just try to see if it is working fine. We'll say hi. If it is able to reply, then I think it will be working fine. Yeah, so it is working fine. So I'll not try to log in there, but that is the way how you can basically uh, log into chat gpt. You'll have to create an id, but I'm also hearing that many people are not able to use it because they might have their the trial version full, that they are not allowing any new users to try because it's still in the testing phase. So and I was lucky enough to get the the trial part because I had logged in little earlier, so I was able to get this one. So now let's actually now try to use this one. So now you know that how you can basically log in and do the searching. So why it is useful for the data scientists? Okay, so data science job is little tricky. What happens many times when you are working on a data science project, you have a coding query and you are not able to understand what is wrong with the query. So every time you have to go some ask to someone, right? And it becomes very very irritative, that especially in the case when you are a new learner and you don't have a lot of exposure to the language which you are learning. Maybe it is Python, SAS, or anything. So in this session we will actually try to focus more on Python, because Python is the most used language now in data science domain. So what is the benefit of chat gpt, if you have to learn python? So what happens is that, if you remember, if you go to google, right, and type that what is wrong with this syntax, it will give you hundreds of articles, and it becomes very difficult to figure out what exactly wrong with it. If someone has actually same issue and they had submitted some answer on google or to some website, then only google will be able to tell you what is wrong with your query. But chat gpt is very different, so it actually tries to see what is wrong with your own code, what you have written, and it will suggest you what is the possible solution for that, right? So in that way it saves lot of time. Okay, so let me actually write a query, sample query in Python. So you can see here I have written this query, which basically is trying to create a data frame, and there is something wrong. Okay, and I am a new guy. Let's suppose I am a new guy who doesn't know what is wrong with this query. So basically my objective is to create a data frame, but it says that there is a syntax error. Expression cannot contain assignment. Perhaps you mean equal to whatever. Even if you put equal to, it will not work, right? There will still be an error. So what happens is that in that case, when you are not sure what to do, you can just type your basically copy your query and go to chat gpt and paste it there, right? And just put a question mark there. Okay, even if you don't put a question mark, it will still figure out what you want to ask. So let's see now. So we are saying that the question mark, the query which we have and the question mark. Now what it will do is that it will try to see your query and try to figure out what is wrong. So it says that the syntax you provided is not valid python code for creating a pandas data frame. See how smart this is. It understands that I want to create a data frame using this syntax, but there is something wrong. So it is saying that instead you create a data frame with one column named var and three rows containing following. So it is suggesting you what is the correct syntax here, right? And it also explain what it has provided you. So this create data frame object called df with one column named var and three rows containing 1 2 3. You can modify the column name and value to suit your specific. Now if you copy this one, right, and go back and try to run this part, right, you will be able to see that this query runs without a problem, right? And you will be able to see that you have been able to create a data frame with just single variable which has three rows. So you can fix your query what you were doing earlier. So there were two things which were missing, right? You didn't have the colon and you didn't have the curly braces, right? If you put that in, you'll be able to get the same data frame, right? And let's also try to search something related to different things. So you can basically, the first thing I shown you is that you can just put any query whichever has the syntax error and it is giving any kind of error in python. You can just paste it and put a question mark there. It will try to find what is error in your query, and it will also suggest you the correct query. Okay, and let's say now that you don't understand what is array, right? When you are starting new to learn python, then you can search what are the different ways, right? What are different ways to create an array in python, right? Let's say, so it will give you all different ways which is there in python to create an array. And to be more specific, let's say you want to say what are the different ways to create arrays in numpy, it will also give you the different method which is there in numpy, right? So now let's first see what kind of output it is giving for the first query which we had put, and then we'll also try to see what are the different ways to create numpy array using numpy, right? So using the numpy array, numpy is the popular python library for numerical computing. It gives you little description about the numpy, and then it says, see, the first method of creating a numpy array is you can use this method np.array and you can pass an list, right? So it will create an array named ar. It will have the 5 values. Now the second method is you can also import a library called array, and you can use that library to create an array, and it will give you a lot of. So if you don't want to see all the option, you can simply stop this generate, stop generating, and it will stop, right? So if I just press this, it will just stop. If you just press again, it will regenerate the answer, right? So it will do the same thing again. So that's how you can basically see whatever the query you might have, right? So for example, if I have a question that, what is the difference between difference difference between, list and tuple, let's say. If I have this question, maybe I can just stop the previous run and then search this one. So it will show me all the differences in list and tuple. And see, once it gives the difference, we can also modify our answer. So it is saying that, okay, in Python both list tuple are used to store collection of data. However, there are some key differences like mutability. So as you know, the list can be mutable. List is mutable, you can change the numbers in a list, but tuple is not. Syntax difference, right? The list actually requires you to put square bracket, whereas tuple requires you to put parentheses. And the performance, tuples are generally faster, the usage and everything, it will explain all the difference and everything. Now you can just stop this and say that, okay, you want the differences in the tabular format. Okay, so you can just write this, what are the differences in list and tuple. Put what is difference between list and tuple, so it in tabular format. Okay, let's see this. So it will try to create a table and list down the differences between list and tuple, right? And then okay, so since it is generating those tables, so it takes little time. It is not as fast as uh, Google, because Google is very fast, but it doesn't give you the relevant answer. But you can see that how smart this chat GPT is. Now since we have put this tabular format thing, so it is creating a table and it is showing the difference between list and table, right? The first difference is mutability. List is mutable, immutable. Syntax, how you can create list and tuple. Then performance, slower, faster. Usage, length, methods, there are different methods, the memory usage and everything. So it will generate all the differences. Now let's stop this and see, basically for the data science specific query. So if you don't know how to run a logistic regression or a step-wise logistic regression in Python, you can ask ChatGPT. Okay, how to run a stepwise logistic regression in Python. Okay, so it will give you all the basically different steps and also the sample of the query which you can use to run the logistic regression in a stepwise method. Okay, and to do the same thing, if you had to do it in Google, it would have taken a lot of 5-10 minutes minimum, because once you search on Google, it'll be throwing lots of articles, and you'll have to go one by one, check which article has the the answer which you are looking for, right? So in that way it becomes very very time consuming, and it also doesn't give you the answer specifically to your question. It will give you the general answer, and you'll have to figure out from that general answer what is the answer for your question. Okay, and not specific to this Python only, you can learn anything actually. If you have to learn SQL, you are having an issue with an SQL query, you can just type the SQL query which has the issue or the error message, anything, and you will be able to get the answer. So as we have run this, to how to run the stepwise logistic regression, so see what kind of answer it is generating. To run a stepwise logistic regression, you can use stats model. So it is giving you the name of the library which you can use to run a stepwise regression. Now you see you can import this, and you can also import some the data sets, inbuilt data sets, and you can create this library. It is defining a function basically to do the stepwise, and it will run and it will give you the everything. So you see, Google will never be able to do this, right? So it is creating a complex uh, function which will do the stepwise regression for us. Now you can stop this. What happens is that it is giving you the solution from stats model, but you can also ask that please give me solution from sklearn, because most of the data scientists use sklearn library for their models, right? So we can ask how to run logistic regression in Python using sklearn. Okay, so once you force this, then it will give you answer specific to sklearn. In sklearn, how to do logistic regression, stepwise logistic regression. Okay, so let's wait now. So okay, it said that the sklearn doesn't have a built-in function to perform stepwise regression. However, you can use logistic regression along with select from model from sklearn feature selection to perform this. Okay, so it says that okay, it doesn't have directly, but it is giving you way around. Okay, so but you can understand how interesting this is. Now if you don't understand about the, let's say, confusion matrix, how to calculate confusion matrix, let's say. Okay, so it will basically give you how to do the, confusion matrix calculation. And anything, anything, you have any confusion in your mind about anything, how to create arrays, how to create data frame, what is wrong with your query, you can, just give it anything, and it will give you the answer. And and it is very very smart. Basically, the way it has been trained is really really awesome. What happens is that if you keep typing the same question again and again, sometimes it also get angry, because it will say that okay, you are typing the same question again. But that is, the demo for chat gpt. And if you have not tried it yet, I think I'll suggest you to please try it. It's really really, time saving thing. Now that, whenever I have something, I get stuck somewhere, I don't use Google. Okay, I search the query in chat gpt and it gives you answer instantly, and it saves a lot of time. Okay, so thank you friends, thank you so much for joining.